Welcome to the Celestine Light Esoteric Mystery School. Today we're going to be visiting the triple vortex on the Oregon coast. This is a very unusual cluster of 3 vortexes, each within 100 yards of each other, forming a triangle. And individually, these are not very strong vortexes. 2 of them are just rated 2s on a scale of 1 to 10 in the vortex power scale, and the other is just a V3. But when you put 3 of them together, all like that, in a triangle, and you're right in the middle of that triangle, it's very potent and very unusual energy. So we're going to go investigate that today. Today I'm going to be joined by my wife Samara, our soul sister Sky, and our good friend from Iceland, Arthur. Now Arthur is not his real name. Here's his real name. And as you can see, it's really unpronounceable by anyone who doesn't speak Icelandic. So here we go. Let's go look at the triple vortex. As the name implies, dimensional portals are literally doorways to other realms. These portals are often found in caves. Usually the passages are closed, which is a good thing as a lot of scary creatures can come through when they periodically open. Sometimes, even when the portal is closed, you can still see the alien energy disruption in the air and on the surface of the rock faces in the caves. Even when you can't see it, you can sure feel it, and it's not a comfortable feeling. Positive energy vortexes are just the opposite. Their energy is always bright and uplifting. The feeling of pure euphoria you get at a positive energy vortex will usually stay with you for at least a few days and up to a week if you visit a powerful one. Many people have actually never felt euphoria in their life. They really don't know what it is. Their visit to a positive energy vortex is often the first time that they experience the amazing feeling of euphoria, which makes their visit to the vortex all the more memorable. Sedona, Arizona is well known for their energy vortexes, but less known, yet far more numerous, and with some a lot more powerful, are the positive energy vortexes in Northern California, Southern Oregon, and spread out along their coasts. Away from the coast, vortexes are often found at waterfalls and on high, pointy mountain peaks. They are great places to magically enchant gems, crystals, and other objects, or simply to go and recharge and energize your body. Today's journey to a vortex on the Oregon coast begins 2 miles north of Brookings, Oregon at the Boardman Scenic corridor. Just find that sign, go down and park, and enter this beautiful beach. And as we look from the beach, from the parking area, we're looking now south at this rock outcropping on the beach. It's about a quarter mile away, and we begin our walk towards that. Along the way, we get to see a few interesting denizens and residents and visitors to the beach that are not human, and one of my favorite ones to see when we go to these magical places are crows. And of course there was a crow there waiting to greet me all by himself. I almost got him to fly up under my arm until he saw my camera, and that spooked him a little bit. But he was a really nice way to greet us on the beach, to say, hey, come on, find this great spot. Well, the first thing we found when we got there was the very big rock outcrop that has the largest vortex, a V3 on it, on a scale of 1 to 10. And then looking down from that off to the left is the next one, which is this pointy rock, and it's also a V2. And then as we go across the water to the next point of the triangle, this larger rock outcrop is also a V2. And on the other side of that, outside the triangle, but still another great little vortex, is this little outcropping of rocks to the right, which is also a V2. But really interesting because there's 2. Each one of those points has a little V2 vortex coming off of it. Now, one of the cool things is when you're in the middle of these 3, each one by themselves are not very significant. They're V3 and V2 V2s, not very strong. But in the center, when you're surrounded in this triangle, the vortex is quite interesting. And here we have my 3 fellow travelers to the vortex having a lot of fun right in the center, feeling that swirling energy and swirling with it. And of course, a little bit our little Poodle's toy poodle is excited about it as well. And we decided we wanted to go up to the top of the biggest vortex, so we began our climb up to the top along a very nice, easy trail. Now this is a trail that anybody can do. It's short, it's easy, it's not steep, it's not dangerous. So we're just going to show you as we traverse it how to get up to the top of the hill that has the V3 vortex on it. One interesting thing to look at as you're watching Samara, Sky, and Arthur go up the hill is how they're dressed. Arthur, who's from Iceland and says this is like a best summer day ever for Iceland, when it was actually kind of chilly for everybody else, he's in shorts and a t-shirt while all of us, Samara, Sky, and myself, were in sweatshirts and long pants. As we got up to the top, I wanted to go over close to the edge to get a perspective on how high up we were and to look at this beautiful V2 vortex off to the left. I actually got too close to this edge. Please don't do this. This is dangerous. It is a long way straight down. Don't get close to the edge. But you did get a good view of the V2 vortex off to the left here and a perspective of our height. And then off to our right is that beautiful beach that we walked down to get here to the triple vortex. And as we pan across the gorgeous Pacific Ocean coming in on the beach, we get to see Arthur, who decided he wanted to go right to the pinnacle of the energy and just absorb it and enjoy it, and the sun in his face. He loved it, and so did we, and so will you. Hope you all visit this wonderful, wonderful place. Let me tell you how to get there now. If you're coming from Brookings, it's a couple miles north of Brookings, and you'll see the signs going both directions, whether you're coming north or south for the Samuel Boardman Scenic Corridor. Just turn off there, and this is a picture from Google Earth looking at that turn off. And you can see it goes down into that little circular parking area, and then right after that you're on the beach and heading toward the vortex. Have a great time. This is a wonderful place to visit.